wanted to do it in a way that they made sense. So we wanted, it's kind of like, the thinking behind it is like movie credits. It's kind of like credits for the whole album. It brings it to a close, and it's like a rounded thing. It's trying to make the listener feel like a natural place. It's like a natural end, if that makes sense.
It does. It's going to get the listener's attention. I mean, the style of singing, having two lead singers, has been done before. But I don't think, in my 45-plus years in radio, I don't think I have ever heard two lead singers produced or done in such a way as you've done on this record. And it completely caught me off guard because there's no harmony. You've got two lead singers, two separate, distinct lead singers in sync with each other, and I've never heard it done that way before. And, you know, wow, I just got to say hats off. I mean, it's original. It's not a rip-off. It's not a rip-off of somebody else. It doesn't make me think of band X or band Y. It makes me think of Wild Horse. And I've never heard that done before. So that's pretty damn cool. It really is.
Thank you.
I agree.
You're welcome.
I agree wholeheartedly. That was one of the things I wanted to go into a little bit more deeply with you, Jack. How did you come up with this concept? Because as John said, this is it's a unique approach to the two lead singer concept, and I think it's very much original to you guys. I have never really heard two lead singers work it in the manner that you guys do. How did you come up with that delivery? Again,
it wasn't really thought through. It kind of just, we did that straight away. It seemed like the natural thing to do for us. It was like Henry, my brother, would sing like the chorus line, and then I would do all this falsetto stuff behind it, and it just seemed natural. There was no thinking behind it. It was just we just naturally did that out of nowhere, really.
Because I don't think I have ever heard two singers be in sync with each other, yet no harmony, but not singing out of tune either.
Nor disharmony.
I've never heard that. I've never heard that before, and that's amazing.
It's kind of like a conversation, like when you and I both start to talk about something that one of our guests has done, and we're kind of coming at it from different angles and different parts of the concept, but all part of the same overall thought. It's like two conversations apart but simultaneous at the same time. Yeah, that's good. I like it. I like it, and I agree with what John said there, that it's definitely something that is virtually a signature sound for you guys. It's something that, not to tell you what to do, but it's something you might want to exploit in the future, or at least explore. And, I'm thrown back. It's totally a different delivery, but I'm thrown back a little bit to the way the Righteous Brothers used to throw the thought back and forth, where Bill Medley would make a thought, and then Bobby Hatfield would come in with what was kind of like an echo to that thought. That flash, obviously, it's totally different kind of music, but it's
but
just
even
that
then,
back and forth.
Even then, this is so different.
Yes.
That, to say that, I mean, the Righteous Brothers is a good example, but it can't be used as a comparison because I've never heard anything like this before.
No, that is really good. I look forward to what you do with it in the future. So I'm going to put you on the spot and tell you, we want you back again too when your new music comes out. So keep us posted what's going on, and we do like to share it. So you can post your information up. We did with your album release party. You posted up to the David Bowers Awards on Facebook, or posted up to our Twitter site, and we'll make sure that we spread the word around the internet from there. And
thank you.
This is really a lot of fun, and I'm hoping when I was setting the show up, I I moved the music around. It would have been real easy to take and do them in the order of the tracks of the album, but I knew we couldn't get all of the tracks on, for one thing.
Yeah.
And I wanted to balance the music in a little bit different way. I didn't want to dwell completely on the message and the order of the message. I wanted to balance the music a little differently, which is why, it's not predictable. It would have been too predictable just to sit here and play track 1 and then track 2 and blah, blah, blah. But I'm hoping that the listeners will go ahead and get the album or download it or whatever and listen to it all the way through, track by track, because it does have a different feel in that respect. But that's something that's personal, and you should be able to sit back like reading a book and read it, or in this case, listen to it from one track to another. So that's the reason that they aren't in the order of appearance on the album, and that's the reason that we're going to Can't Believe How Much next. Maybe you could tell us a little bit about this track.
Yeah, so this track is about the nostalgia of. It's basically we're all at the point of our lives now where in a year I'll be leaving school, I'll be doing whatever I'm doing, whether that's going to university or doing whatever. And a lot of my friends who are in the year above me are about to leave to university. And I wrote this in the back of my friend's car after a night out, actually. And I was just thinking about the nostalgia and like how everything is moving so quickly. And it's like there's a line in the song that says that we struggle to keep up with the pace of time, and it's like basically about time going too fast and basically moving on and dealing with all that and changes in life, basically.
Well, it has a tendency to go too fast on this show, and we're going to make sure that it doesn't run us out of time, so we get to play every track we possibly can. So right now, we're going to listen to Can't Believe How Much from Wild Horse, their newest album, Dance Like an Animal.
The night has changed you. I thought you settled down. Every time I see my world is changing, it always comes around. Oh, let it be the way it should be. Every time I see my world is changing, we can't let it be. Driving your car when I'm going very fast. You look inside, the world's not spinning around. Driving in your car, the scenes we see are what we are. We struggle to keep up with the pace of time. And I say that I try to leave how much your life has changed you. I thought you'd settle down. Every time I see the world is changing, you never settle down. I would say I wanna be you, but privately everyone is blue. So I'll say time. Driving in your car, the scenes we see are what we are. Struggling to stay on the road. We see, oh, we're crashing now. We're singing, oh, we're crashing now. Can't believe how much the night has changed you. I thought you'd settle down. Might as well be talking to a stranger, 'cause every time I see that blank look on your face, can't believe how much the night has changed you. I thought you'd settle down. Every time I see the world is changing, you never settle down. Settle down, I think you wanted something I couldn't give. Every time I see the world is changing, you never settle down.
And there you have it. Can't believe how much from Wild Horse. And Jack is here with us talking about their new album, Dance Like an Animal. Jack, interesting track. I love the guitar work on there.
Thank you.
What did you, as far as every song that we have played so far this afternoon, this morning, tonight, wherever you happen to be listening to your favorite podcast, I have noticed a reoccurring but very pleasant theme in the guitar. There's a roughness or a fuzz in there. Is this something that you are? Is there a point to it? I guess I don't know if I sound like I'm asking a stupid question, which, by the way, I've been known to do from time to time. But is there a reason why I'm hearing that?
It's, well, partly because I've always liked fuzzy guitars, and also it's kind of like, because it's about like coming of age in the modern society, it's basically like, it's almost like a metaphor for how society today is really fuzzy. No one really knows what to expect. It's a bit messy. No one really knows what's going on and what's going to happen. It's a bit unpredictable. And I tried to basically, the fuzzy guitar, the kind of messy sound to it is kind of a metaphor for that in a way.
I can understand that.
A mind meld. Okay, sure.
Yeah, definitely. I like the middle part where you had the synchronous strumming sort of the guitars. It was really a nice effect. It broke the song up nicely, I thought.
Thank you.
Now, okay, my next question for you.
Go for it.
No, go ahead. No. You are the MC, the master of ceremonies, the grand all, be all,
and
who you
I'm
are.
mastering it right over to you. Go ahead, jump right in.
Don't let the public know you're doing that.
Do you have a question or what?
Yeah. Talk to us about touring, Jack. What are you when school is out? Are you going to be touring in the UK? Are you going to be going over into Europe, France, Germany, any of these places?
Yeah, actually, funnily enough, I think we are talking about doing a German tour, actually, in the summer, I think, and maybe some other places in Europe, like